Okay, y'all, it's not finished. I still haven't, well, hello, Callie Bug. I was thinking I was going to put a skirt on it, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to turn it under and staple it, so that'll tighten that up, make that look a lot nicer. And, Jesus, I don't know what somebody cranked up out there. Okay, y'all, do you see the corners of this cushion? They all looked kind of like that. Oh, that one's in right. So that one's not in right. They're all the same. They're exactly the same. So I don't know why this one is looking all jacked up. Don't mind this. That'll straighten out when I finish. And also the base material has never been washed before. This material, and look, y'all, do you see the difference in this one and this, excuse me, in this one and this one? This one has been bleached better than this one. I told you I was going to wash the cushion covers after I got done, and I did, like the back ones, and one of the seat ones happened to get in there, so I'm going to have to do these again. That's why I haven't bothered to go in and straighten this out. I just don't have the cushion poked all the way. Y'all, this is like fighting a bear, and I'm not even lying. It was strenuous. So when I got done, I was exhausted yesterday, and I knew I was going to have to pull them back off again, because I want them all bleached to this color. And I got to wash the base fabric. So I'll wash this one and this one and that one. That one and those two need to be washed again. That's the only one that the two end cushions on the back, and then all but that one seat cushion needs to get one more bleaching. But I want to do arm covers also, so that, you know, like I can throw the cover in the wash instead of the whole cover thing. But at this point, y'all, I'm just exhausted. I'm not thrilled with it. I know it will be much better when I get these rewashed and the cushions. See how nice these are looking? That's the way it'll all look. That was the first one I put in. That's why it looks, you can see, like that was the first one I put in, and this was probably the last. I was exhausted by the time I got there, and I couldn't fight it no more. But I wanted to show y'all, because I had told y'all that I would show y'all when I got done. I'm not exactly done, but anyway, there it is. I'm going to love it. I don't love it at the moment, but I'm going to love it when I get it all completely finished. Because look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's light. It's almost white. Yep, I love it. Well, I'm going to love it. I don't love it at the moment with how raggedy it's looking, but when it's completely finished, I think it'll be great. Y'all, here's my fan that I picked out for the living room up there. It's a double fan. Isn't that cool? A light in the middle and a fan on each side, because that room is kind of big, and like a ceiling fan just in the middle wouldn't kind of get to everybody. But yeah, this I thought would be neater. But yeah, that's the ceiling fan that I've chosen for up there. Y'all, I've made a fresh batch of my quinoa salad, and I am wanting to sit here and eat it. Have me some Diet Dr. Pepper, and I thought that I would just sit down here and we would have a little chit chat. Diet Dr. Pepper. I really do like it now. I used to hate it, but I like it now. And my quinoa salad. I love this, y'all. It's so good. But I need to get back on my diet, because all of this. I've been in a bad, funky mood, you know, for a lot of different reasons, I guess, but there's been, come on, I'll let you up here with me, come on. Do you want up here with me? Callie said, I gotta get up here, Granny, you know the deal. Get out. She's not gonna eat this quinoa anyway. I don't know why she wants to act like she wants to put her nose in my bowl. Yeah, I've been in a bad mood. Not in a bad mood, but I don't really know what in the world we're gonna do. We are having such issues in our world right now that are really scary, in my opinion. And I rarely ever get on Facebook, but I got on there this morning. I'm eating some quinoa while we talk. It's gonna be a little girlfriends chit chat, boyfriends. I don't know if if any of y'all happen to be guys, guy friends, girl. Ma'am, sit down or get out of here. Thank you. Good girl. Yeah. You shake the table when you want to run around. Nope. No. And you won't sit still if I put you in my lap. So, sorry, y'all. This is going to be just like a little chit chat with each other. I want to know what y'all think. And y'all may disagree with what I think, and that's completely okay. But I just kind of wanted to have a discussion from my point of view in case, see, that's me. Like, I will like have an opinion or like have formed an opinion about something, and then maybe I'll learn some more of the facts and go, oh, well, I didn't know that part of it. So, and then that makes you feel differently about it. So I just wonder if maybe some of us need to just talk about it with somebody that doesn't share our point of view, so that we can go, I hadn't thought about it in that way. The unrest with the police in our country, y'all, is scary. To me, it's very scary. So, I can't imagine being a black person in our country. Oh, this is so good, y'all. Let me just talk. I can't talk and eat too, and nobody wants to see crap in my teeth. Okay, let's talk about the one at hand at the moment. Even though I've seen one, like while I was looking around learning about this one, I saw a brand new one about a 13-year-old boy, Dante. Y'all, I've not watched the video. I never watch these videos. Never watched the George Floyd video. I personally cannot handle. I'm an empath, terribly. My heart can't handle it. So Dan and I were talking about it, and he said that he was like not fighting with her, but like struggling to get back into his car. So he had some warrants or whatever out for him, and he knew that, and so he was trying to get away from her, get back in his car. I don't know. And so I see people saying, if he would just do what she told him to, he wouldn't have got shot. That's true. As a mama, I would be the first one to go, why did you do that? Why did you not do what she told you to do? But then the other side of me is like, I can understand him being scared. I can understand him being scared. I mean, look at how many people have been shot and killed by the police, black men. Let's don't, make out like it was anything else. The black men that have been shot, I'd be scared too to be out there. If I was a mama and I had some black or brown kids, I would be scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie. Because you don't have to do something to them to make them shoot you now. I mean, let's look at the man sitting in his own living room eating ice cream and was shot and killed because she thought she was in the wrong apartment. She thought she's in her apartment. I'm not going to get off on that one, but I mean, the man's eating ice cream. If he was breaking in and he was sitting there eating your ice cream, he wasn't a threat. I mean, anyway, but let's go back to Dante. He had some warrants, and I saw somebody say, well, if he didn't have warrants out, he obviously wasn't doing what he should have been doing, or he wouldn't have had warrants out. You're right. He shouldn't have had warrants out. But here's the deal. That police officer is not the judge, jury, and executioner ever. And we have our system set up that way because you will get people that are influenced in a certain way that she felt she had the right to shoot this man. And you'll never convince me that she was a teaching officer. She not only was she a 27 years, something like that, she'd been on the force for like 27 years. She was also one that teaches other policemen how to be police. How can a woman, anybody, a person that deep into the police force, that is teaching other police how to be police not know the difference in her taser and her gun? I think she knew she had her gun out, and I think she hollered, taser, taser, taser. I have not seen the video. I'm going by what Dan has told me because I'm not going to watch it. But why would she holler, taser, taser, taser? You know why? Because she knew that was the level of force that should have been being used in that instance. She should have never pulled her gun on this boy. There should have never been a reason why she had it out to accidentally shoot the boy. I mean, accidentally tase him, yeah, I can get that. But accidentally shoot and kill the boy? Man, whatever you call him. I mean, at what point do we go, enough is enough? Who's next? What if they decide that, what if those corrupt policemen, now I'm not talking about all the police people. I realize, I have a neighbor that I freaking love. The man is amazing. Love, love, love that man. I stand behind the police 100%. I do not stand behind the bad ones. And you know that the captain or whatever you want to call it of the police, they know which one of their people are trigger happy or have a bad attitude or have a anger problem. Get them off. Pull them out now. I had a boss one time that instead of going to the person that needed to be talked to, they would talk to all of us. What? I didn't do it. I'm not doing that. Why don't you go directly to the problem? Don't bring the whole force and go, hey, whole force, because the person that is the problem never thinks that talk is for them. I've worked for the school system. I've worked in the public. People think, I know there are rules. They just don't apply to me. That's what our problem is. We have people that do not think the rules apply to them. This woman, and I just saw just now on the news, we don't have the news, but it was on, like Dan was watching. That's why I'm up here, by the way, sitting, because everybody's home. It's raining and all that outside. So Dan's back there in our room. They've barricaded her house, the woman that shot Dante's house, like for protection. Like, I'm talking the big concrete things you'd see on the interstate, They've erected chain link fencing. They've put out no parking signs all the way up both ends of her, What? She's afraid that somebody might retaliate on something like shooting a man. Well, you've got the same people out there that think, well, he had just done what she told him to. Where's the parents' protection? Have y'all barricaded their house? Because there's people out there that think they're wrong, because if they'd have just made their kid mind, or he'd have just done the right thing, he wouldn't have been in this position. And now you've got this woman, in the fight of her life, for your little badass kid. Where's their protection? They didn't barricade their house. They only barricaded her house. When's it going to stop, folks? When's it going to stop? I have people around me that are all colors, and I'm not afraid. I don't get afraid for the white people in my life, but I'm afraid for the brown people in my life, because you don't know what's going to happen. I'm trying not to go into details or whatever, but there's a situation going on in our town right now where a white student did something at their house that it was wrong. I cannot imagine. Trust me, I've got 3 kids. My kids did some stupid shit. They absolutely did. And had one of my kids done what she's done, I don't want to say he, she, or nothing, but anyway, if one of mine had done what this person, sit down, has done, first of all, I'd have been so ashamed. But that's just it. I don't think one of my kids would have. I'm thinking, like, I have one that might have, but I would have, okay, here's what I'm trying to say. Our school district, because it's a good old boy system, again, my older 2 kids, one fit inside the box. One defined the box that our school wants to be represented by, and the other one kicked the box, out across the field. That was my kids. I had one that was exactly what they wanted their students to be. She excelled, and anyway, and then I had one that went to your box, and so that's the one that I think may have done something like, but probably wouldn't have, because we've never felt racist like that. But like, I was not wanting to get into details, but I guess it's going to be hard for you to understand. This person had a Halloween party at their house, and this person was dressed like a policeman, and another person was just dressed like in regular clothes, and they took a picture, mimicking, mocking, whatever, how George Floyd was murdered. And like, that almost brings tears to my eyes right now. I would have been so mad at one of my kids had they done that. That's not something to joke about at all. This man was murdered by the police. You can call it whatever you want it. He was murdered. And anyway, and I know, I get it. I would be the first person to go, but it had nothing to do with the school. And that would be right in most places. The school they ain't got a dog in this fight. But our school district has a clause that they make you sign. I remember, because I didn't want to sign it, and Cameron said, well, Mom, you're going to have to, or I can't participate in extracurricular activities. And I was like, who are they to try to tell me how to make my kids? I was like, I did not want to sign it, but you have to, or your kids can't participate in extracurricular activities. It's a moral clause that if your kid is caught doing anything at school or away from school, that clause can come into play, and they can get kicked out of all extracurricular activities. Okay, so here's my deal. Our town is very torn, very torn. My heart is that didn't have anything to do with the school. The school shouldn't have anything to say about that, except the school made it their business by implementing that moral clause, which I personally think they need to throw out the window, because it's not your business. It's just not. But anyway, so I believe this person should be pulled out of all extracurricular activities, because that's wrong. What she did is morally wrong, to mock how someone was murdered. That's, in the news, and it's such a big deal, and it's a racial thing. It was wrong. She was wrong. Now, do I know that's what she was doing? Can you say, oh, they were playing and just landed in that position, and they took, somebody snapped a picture. That wasn't what they were meaning. They were just tussling, and I don't know. That's why I think it's not the school's business. It's nobody's but her parents' business to reprimand her for that. I keep saying, I wasn't going to say, name, anything, trying to not identify anybody. But here's my understanding at the moment, and I could be wrong, but at the moment, a black student brought it to the school's attention. And I don't know what they have done. They may have taken her out of extracurricular activities. I don't know. But the black student that brought it to the school's attention is saying that she's now being bullied into doing the op grad program, which is like a fast track to getting out of school. And, which, if that's what's happening, I don't know. Like, I don't want to speak and not know the facts, but if that's what's happening, that's wrong. And the only reason, not the only reason, I believe her because I want to believe people are not lying to us, but I also at the same time know people do lie. So I'm not going to get up here and get ready to, dope pop somebody over something I don't know to be true. But the reason I believe it is when, Nicole was there, we had trouble with the school, and a lot of trouble. And the principal's answer to our issues was, well, I think you just need to let her quit. You just need to, let her quit and do her GED. I was like, what? Instead of working this problem out, because it was one of his teachers that was causing the trouble, who he wouldn't make sit down and meet with me, but that's all beside the point. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that, but anyway, Yeah, you just need to have her quit and do her GD. That's what you need to do. What principal encourages students to quit? So, yeah, that's why I believe that the school probably has, said, hey, why don't you just get out of here, basically. So, Tuesday night, there's going to be a board meeting about how all this has been handled. And there's also going to be a peaceful protest, a Black Lives Matter peaceful protest. And I'm going to the Black Lives Matter protest because while I don't think it's the school's business to handle her, we as a community need to say, you know what? That wasn't cool. You shouldn't do that. And you shouldn't be allowed to get away with it when other students aren't allowed to get away with other things, and I say that because, again, when we were there, they were on me literally all the time about getting Nicole's haircut. I don't know if y'all don't follow me, if this is new to you. I have a trans child, was male in high school. She is now female. Anyway, the hair, the rule in the book was that they couldn't be an inch. It had to be, it couldn't be longer than within an inch of a man's collared shirt, however you want to say that. Like, collar, well, it had to be an inch above the collar. And I can't tell y'all how many times they called me to come and get her hair cut. And at first I was like, okay. And then it just got to be annoying. I was like, seriously, stop it with the hair, because it was a huge fight for us. And I know this video's all over the place. I'm sorry, guys, but somebody said, well, there have to be rules. I get it. You're right. There do have to be rules, and I'm all for some rules, and we will follow your rules. But that's a real stupid rule, and this is the reason I thought it was. I don't want him to play favorites with me. That's not what I'm saying, because for one, I would go get her hair cut. So I'm trying to follow the rules, but I'm also trying not to piss her off and make her so unhappy she don't want to be alive, because when you're a teenager, stuff like that's big. She didn't want her hair cut short. She wanted to grow her hair out. We know now that she's trans, and that was, the beginning of all that. But anyway, somebody in my office said, well, there have to be rules. And this person happened to be a female, and she wore a man's style haircut. And I said, you're right. That I believe there should be rules, and we should follow them. But on this matter, it's really not fair, because I don't want to wear your haircut. Looks great on you. I would never wear a man's haircut, but it looks good on you. And if somebody made me wear a man's haircut, especially when I was like 17ish, it'd have been hell, And I don't understand how hair has anything to do with, somebody's ability to learn or not. But I get it's the bigger. Callie's scratching. It's the bigger picture about there being rules and authority and you following. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. I really do. But here was the deal. And this one, it's like, this was like just happenstance. A little girl, she didn't rear into me. She backed into the side of my car. And when she got out, I was like, I don't even care about you hitting. I mean, I did care about her hitting my car, but she jumps out with an ear bar, the earring that is part up here. It's a stick that goes through the top and the bottom. She had an ear bar in her ear, and I knew she was a student at high school. And I said, hey, do you wear that at school? She said, yeah. I said, and they don't make you take it out? No, huh? I said, and nobody says anything about this ear bar in your ear? No, ma'am. And I said, oh, okay. I said, and you wear it every day. And about how long have you had it? She said, I've had it about a year. And I was like, oh, okay. So the next time the school called me about Nicole's hair, I said, I get it. It's breaking the rules. I get it. But here's the deal. When you let kids see how you're doing this rule game, it's not fair. My child sees other kids not having to follow the rules, but you're going to make her, like to the point, it's like absurd how many times you've called me about her hair. But this little girl's wearing an ear bar up here, and I called the little girl's name, not to throw her under the bus, but at the same time, excuse me, and I said, you stand at that front door out there and you say, you take the ear bar out, you go home and put a longer skirt on, you cut your hair. When you do that, call me again about this hair. Until then, I don't want another call about this hair. Hear me? I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I don't think I was wrong. I think I tried to follow the rules. We followed rules. I mean, you know, I just don't get it. And that's where the school's responsibility is in this, and teaching our young people. We can't treat people differently. We cannot think we're better than somebody. We can't. We've got to treat everybody equal. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I've made it a point here or not, but I'm just like, because honestly, if you sat with me in just like a room where I'm not trying to like not hurt anybody's feelings, I get loud, I cuss, and I do make a point. I can make a very good point. So it's kind of harder here when I'm trying to be calm and make a point. But y'all, what I've been feeling lately, I can only imagine what the Black community is feeling. And as for the white part of our community that is saying, well, if he'd only done what she told him to, shut up. Shut up. I get it. Yeah, if he'd have minded, maybe some of that wouldn't have happened. But let's say he had warrants. Okay, so he had warrants. If he goes to jail and they pull up his warrants or whatever, what was going to be the punishment? It certainly wouldn't have been murder. Yet he's dead because she got to be the judge, jury, and executioner. No, she don't. No, she don't. No. We have a system for that, and she don't get to make those decisions. She knew that that didn't warrant her having her gun pulled out, and you'll never convince me that she accidentally had the wrong one out. Seriously? Seriously. You're a teacher, and you don't know the difference? Okay, whatever. Yeah. Guys, let me shut up, go eat my quinoa, and yeah. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood next week. I tried to get dressed, but in the middle of it, because this is my gown, in the middle of it, I couldn't find my jewelry, and I was like, it's raining. As far as I'm going to get, I'm probably going to run right back there, take a baby wipe, and take this off my face. Yeah, I was going to try to get dressed, but midway through, I just lost my gumption. And but I did want to show you my couch, and I wish we could talk. I need to learn how to do a live. That's what I need to learn how to do, so that I can see your questions as we're talking, so we can literally have a conversation, because I want to have this conversation. We need to have this conversation. Yeah. I'll talk to y'all next week, guys. Let me know what you think. Talk to me down here in the comments. Let's talk about it. I want to hear other people's points of view. Yeah, let's talk about it. I'll talk to y'all next week, guys. Bye.